Hi everyone. Just got through cutting up some apples. I'm gonna boil them and make me some applesauce. I've had them in there for quite a while. I just picked up another bag of apples yesterday, a bag of pears, and another 10-pound bag of potatoes. So I love potatoes. I love pears, but I can't eat them. So more likely, I'm probably gonna have to cut them up and cook them too. So, but anyway, I went up to my brother and sister's place yesterday, and I had picked them up something for Christmas, and I don't. I don't normally have to spend a lot of money on people. I find brand new stuff at the thrift store, which I don't really like going to the thrift store anymore. I mean, but I went up there and had a visit. I visited each one of them at their own home. They live in the same apartment building, but had a great conversation with each one of them. Now, and that's something I find that I like about myself, and I told my sister that I can go to my brother and sit and talk to him because we have a lot of things in common with the things he likes. And then I can go to my sister and sit and talk to her about both of us have things in common. And we can have some good conversations. And I can do that with pretty much just about anybody. I think I could even do that with a wealthy person because believe me, I can act wealthy if I need to. And have a conversation and stuff. I'm good at that. There's just so many gifts and talents that the Creator put in me, and I would love to be able to put them to use. Um, and then, of course, and my daughter and her husband and my one great grandchild. Uh, they're as far as my little grandchildren, I can't get them anything, and they're gonna have plenty of gifts. So, but I especially wanted to uh, make sure that my daughter had something from me because um, of the way she gives to people all the time. So, but come Christmas Eve, I'll probably give her hers. Uh, but and of course, I posted a video, and it's going to air at 5 o'clock tonight. And I hope y'all go in and see that. Now, this one, being out and amongst people and stuff and watching people and how they think and how they don't think and different things and what people are doing and saying here on my channel. And of course, a lot of people are going to say, well, it's time for the end of the world. Jesus is coming and this and that. That's why everybody's so mean. I think we have history of where people go through those phases where, for whatever reason, people get nasty and mean, and I think that's happened ever since time began. I don't know, but to see it in my lifetime is kind of disheartening. And nowadays, and I've heard different people tell me this or tell us that. Watch who you're sharing your dreams and visions with. And that's just like here on. Man, I got some nasty comments for no reason. No reason. And, you know, it just, I don't understand. I watched a video here just a couple minutes ago on YouTube. This guy's talking about he surely believes that people are hypnotized, that they're being hypnotized. There people. I mean, people have harmed people forever, but all you hear anymore is school shootings and mall shootings and people being unalived all over the place by different various ways. And the wars that are going on. Now, and I know a lot of you are going to say, well, the Bible does talk, or Jesus talked about wars and rumors of wars and this and that and all that going on, but someone tried to open a loan in my name in a state I've never even been. I personally think that people are just so fed up with how their life is going, and they feel like they have to let other people control their lives. The government, society, their mother, their dad, their kids, their friends, their neighbors, because everybody has their own opinions about things. And human beings, I have found, even though they were made by the Creator, have their own way of thinking, whether it be they can critically think or spiritually think or whatever. They think they're the ones that are right. It don't matter in what form or manner they're thinking. And that if you don't think like them, then they're going to hurt you somehow, some way. But you've heard the saying, hurting people hurt other people. So there's an awful lot of hurting people out there. And that's because they expect, but they don't expect the right way. You know what I mean? It's like you've got so many people that have been programmed all their life from the time they were child. Now, there was something I wanted to say. I did a video here a while back, and I mentioned the term that society says, well, everybody's created equal. And I said, no, everybody's not created equal. Well, I've been sitting down thinking about that, and the Creator created everybody, but the Creator created everybody and who they are and their personality and everything in the Creator's mind. And when it was perfect, it was good. But when the Creator placed each soul in the womb, and once He placed, the Creator placed that spirit, that soul in that womb, He was out of control of that. And whatever the person that was carrying that fetus and the things that person was speaking over that fetus and what was going on in that person's life, it's basically is where if a lot of things started going wrong and the child might have been born sick of some way, somehow, some kind of mental thing going on, or born without any limbs and different things like that. All kinds of things that could go wrong in there. And or they were born a perfect baby, but as they were raised, they were programmed however society programmed them. Their parents, their grandparents, their friends, or other relatives, and after they got in school, they were programmed this way and that way, and so they become mentally imperfect, should I say, and not learning to speak the way that God, the Creator, had placed within them to do, to be able to do. So, but therefore, so they didn't become unequally, how do I say that? Equal. They were no longer equal because their spirit went through what the, and if I'm making any sense at all, they were perfect and created equal in God's mind. But once he or she or whatever let go of that spirit and into this earth, there was too many variables that could make that child not equal in the sight of everybody else, or not equal to a lot of other people. And so therefore, people don't have the same advantage as the other people because of that very fact, because they were created equal in the Creator's mind, but once they got here, then there was too many variables to make them unequal. And so therefore, then you've got all these different varieties of way people think, the way they look at the world, the way they look at themselves, the way they look at other people, and how they perceive life in general. So a lot of people have already got the mentality, the mindset, that they can't do any better than the way they were raised. They can't do any better than what they learned as a child and growing up. Although there are some people that don't let that bother them, even though they were raised in that environment. So, okay, so there's a lot of hate in the world. Has there always been that much hate in the world, and we're just now seeing it all because we have to be out and about in society and doing all the things we need to do to acquire whatever it takes for each one of us to live a comfortable, healthy, enjoyable life. And seeing as everybody there's over 8 billion different viewpoints in this world, and you got a lot of them, those viewpoints that are covered by money, and of course, a lot of the people that have money, maybe not all of them have as much money as each one of the other ones do, but they're in politics. They're in these places that have set themselves above everybody else, and we allowed them to set themselves above us. Now, I know from listening to other people and being around other people that there are people in this life that need to be told how to live. It's just that bottom line. Because after they were born, or after they left the little abode that the spirits come from, or spirits lived in the first place, and some people call it heaven, they after they got here in the womb, and then thereafter, everything that they knew and where they came from all disappeared because they forgot, and things started just going haywire. So to say that there's so much hatred and people thinking they're better than everybody else, and it is, somebody will say, well, I don't think I'm better than anybody else, but yet that very person will be sitting there telling this person over here how to run their life, like as if they know in other words, you're not running your life right, you're wrong. And So, yeah, they think they're better than this person. So, they're judging. But there's so much judgmental aspects of humanity, and I think a lot of that where the ego comes in, and a lot of people don't really understand that the ego, the part of us that is the ego, is the part that there's a part of the ego that can be good or bad. And our bodies, our brain, and who we are here in this avatar, we have to have the ego in order, because the ego is self-serving. And but if we didn't have that part of our ego, then we wouldn't be able to survive, because it takes that part of the ego to show us, because it fights for life. And but we need that part, so we got to know where to sever that, because a lot of that part of the ego is on this side is the angel, on this side is the devil. So your ego can put you in the devil mode, so to speak. Uh, the side of what a lot of people would call the devil, Satan, Lucifer, and of course. And here's the thing: we don't have no proof of any of that. Nobody can substantially say that that's all true, other than what those 66 canons of the Bible have been constructed and put together from tablets and stones and parchment, scrolls, into what happened in the past. History books is basically all they are. But a lot of history books have in them different and marvelous ways to how the different societies and stuff molded their lives, lived their lives, and the way they handled their cities and different cultures that was going on. So basically, the Bible is like all those cultures that come together and were put down in booklet form. Uh, all of it scrambled together, and it's up to us to decipher what that is. And a lot of people have got it down what they think is pat. But the hate that was in the Bible, it's there's a lot of hate. Excuse me a minute, I gotta go check my. I'm back. My apples, I had the lid on and had it closed, and the water was boiling over all over my countertop and on the floor, so I had to take care of that. But and I forgot where I was at, but uh, there's been hatred throughout eternity. And a lot of people will say it was because of the fall of Adam and Eve. Well, maybe, yeah. There's new things coming out all the time about what Adam and Eve even was, and whether or not they're all just allegories or what. But when we sit and look at ourselves, we look real to ourselves. Everybody else looks real to ourselves. And right now in my world, where I'm at, there's only me. As far as I know, there's probably there could not be anybody else out there. It could just be me. And they talk about it being a simulation that whatever. So there's just me in my world right now. And don't know how to explain all that. And it really, at this point, don't matter. Because what I'm talking about is the hatred that people have for one another. And of course, and a lot of you would say, well, I don't hate. Yes, a lot of you do hate. Well, I hate what they do, but I don't hate them. That's hate. I'm learning. I'm not got to come down pat yet to be open-minded and look back and say, well, maybe there's a reason that they're like that. Which, in reality, there really isn't no reason if we're following, especially if we call ourselves children of God. Let's put it that way. But seeing as we were programmed a certain way, we got to unprogram ourselves. So we all got to learn to love. And really what love is. Love is not what we think it is. Love is patient, love is kind, love is giving, love is understanding, love is not judgmental. I mean, you go into Corinthians 1 and I think it's 20, something like that, and read what love really is. And how many people follow that? It's been years. I mean, I'm just now really grabbing a hold of what love really is. And I'm 81. But one thing I have learned, not to hate. Trying to see the other person's side of things. Without chastising them, without marking them for this or marking them for that, or being so judgmental that I can't love them. And love is, once you get a hold of it, it's really easy and really simple. I mean, it just comes natural after you learn what it really is. So, but the hatred is, and I see so much hatred here on YouTube. It's totally ridiculous. And I do understand that a lot of people want music. They want to listen to the music and stuff like that. And I don't understand why they go for the music, because if they wanted to really listen to music, they could go listen to all the music they wanted on YouTube. It's just that I imagine they're so doggone busy trying to live life that it don't dawn on them certain songs that they used to listen to and stuff like that. So when I bring up a song, they say, oh yeah, I remember that song. And then they go listen to it. So, but people aren't taking the time to really sit down and think about where they want their life to go. Do you want to work yourself to death? Well, no. Well, how can I not work myself to death to live a comfortable life? Well, again, it goes back to what I've been trying to tell y'all. We gotta speak it. We gotta believe it. That we don't have to work ourselves to death to have a clean, comfortable, enjoyable life. We just gotta sit down, know who we are, figure out what we want, and speak it like Yahuwah, Jesus, and many other people do. How do you think most of them people are wealthy like they are? They spoke it, and then they went towards it. They didn't give up. They listened to what the Creator in them was telling them, and went with it. So, but anyway, any of you that encounter the hatred, and I know I have a hard time with it here on YouTube, some of the comments, I get all bristled up like a cat, the hair, and the hair stand up, and then I calm back down. I say, nah, just let it go. And if I think you're too rough, then I just delete them. So that's delete them. If they're giving you a hard time, delete them. Just tell them go away, go away, and try to focus on yourself and what it is you want to accomplish in life without hurting other people, without saying nasty things about people. Just because you don't agree with their way of living, don't mean that you have to be nasty and hurtful to them, because the universe is set up that if you're nasty and mean to other people, it's going to come back to you, and you're going to have it in your life. People are going to be mean and nasty to you, and other things among us will start trickling down in your life. So remember, a merry heart doeth good like medicine, but a broken spirit will dry up your bones. And this is basically what I'm talking about. If you let your spirit be broken by all the bad things that's going on in life, and don't keep an open mind about things and how the Creator is going to handle it for you, it's not, things aren't always going to be handled the way we think they are. It's just like you can say, I'm going to use the example when Jesus said, you can say to the mountain, be removed and be cast into the sea. Well, when you say that, he didn't say that it was going to happen any particular way. Be prepared when you ask the Creator for something, or when you speak. Be prepared that you're going to get what it is you're speaking and what you want, but don't question how it's going to get to you. And as far as getting other things that you speak that don't turn out good at all, because you're speaking negative things that in your life you don't want. So you're speaking it, but you're going to get what you speak. What you put out there, you're going to get. So again, watch what you're talking about. How you talk to yourself, about yourself, and by all means, don't be bad mouthing other people, because that will still come back on you. And when you talk about other people being this, that, and the other, you're designing their life for them, whether you know it or not. Just saying. That's your babies and stuff. You know, like when you're pregnant with your baby, and you're worried sick about, oh, my baby's gonna be sick. I gotta be careful with this. I gotta be careful with that. And you speak that, just like Job. Now, if y'all don't believe me, go read Job. I mean, really read it. So, but anyway, Proverbs 23:7. I just see my granddaughter run past there. Great granddaughter. What words I lost. As a man thinks in his heart, that's the way he will go. And if you believe you can, or if you believe you can't, you're right. So I love y'all. If you're watching my videos, and you really care about what I'm saying, and what I'm trying to do, and trying to help people, and with my experiences and what I've learned from different ways and things and people in life, hype my videos. Send me some gratitude, man. I mean, and I know that it's hard for everybody, but I'm not on here just to have fun. I'm on here to help the world out. And in turn, the universe will pay me back for it somehow, some way. But, alright. Love y'all. Talk later.